My name is Freddy Trujillo, and you listen to Native Americana Audio Cafe.
Here we are on Native Americana. You're visiting in California somewhere. Tell us where you're at, Freddie.
Well, I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm originally from Southern California, though, and I still got California in my heart. I was born and raised near the Los Angeles area. My family goes pretty deep there for as far as the Spanish side of me. We have the saying where the border crossed us, we didn't cross it because we were considered Californios. So my history goes way back when before it, became America. A lot of my cousins are Chumash, which is some of the tribes around there, and so I always just consider myself, mestizo. I'm a Spanish Indian mix. Very proud of the native side, and I just, I'm pretty proud of California, even the Spanish side. I'm a war zone inside of me, I guess.
So you're a whole genre unto yourself, Native Mexicana today. That's over.
Yeah. One of my records is called a Mexica, kind of that blending of cultures.
When you write, where do you start? Do you start from your roots? Do you start from an idea in your head, a finished product you want?
Well, after going to college, I felt like I was empowered with a lot of information. And so I always tease that I can't stop singing about like fucking injustice of like brown people, like natives and Chicanos. Where, most Americans don't understand the difference between like a Mexican American, and like shit, they barely know the difference between native or any, or any brown person. I always say ambiguously brown, but so anyway, I always sing about these things like retaining a little bit of history, a little bit of culture lyrically. That's where I go, but I mostly start with tunes first. Like I feel like I have a lot of tunes going in. I put them down on my phone, and then I write the lyrics to it.
Give us a little cue, like
This is Freddy Trujillo, and you're listening and watching my video Little Birds from the album A Mexica.
How about
Um,
Freddie? What can you? A lot of Native American listeners, I think we'd like to know. Give us some roots names, people, music we can check out that run deeper and influenced you.
well, like I said, I'm a big collector of native artists, and that's how I came across you. But like, of course, really love everyone loves them, but the Vegas brothers from Redbone, and Jesse Ed Davis, because I'm a big fan of Taj Mahal, and Jesse Ed Davis was that native guitar player. I played with him, and I'm a huge fan of Link Ray, and which I was glad that movie came out recently, Rumble, to give some spot on native rock and roll. You know that movie?
I'm not too familiar with it. I know it. I know it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like they fell short. There was a lot of people like you, I think would have been a great resource for it. You know what I mean? But instead they had like celebrities, like from Foo Fighters. Like, what do they got to know about native
Yeah.
rock?
How
But
about on the Mexican artists that you would talk about? Any of them artists that you very influenced you?
well, Los Lobos. There was a time when I really wished that they were all my uncles. They were like, they're very, very amazing. And speaking of Americana, I think it was Bill Moyer, like one of the PBS guys that claimed that they were the ultimate American band. And I thought that was great, especially not that a lot of people know them. They're sort of minor league rockers, but it's like, they've had a great career. They're from East LA, but they incorporate like traditional like styles from mariachi to jarocho but then they can throw down some country and they can throw down blues, you know what I mean? So they're very, very well versed, and they can throw down like Jimi Hendrix psychedelia, and it's like, but
Well, I'm
them
wearing
and then
my sunglasses in the name of Caesar.
oh yeah, yeah. Have you ever met them guys?
I've done some shows with him, and actually we talked about it. And he says he has a little eye damage, and that's why he always wears his sunglasses. And I thought he was just so cool that he could always wear them. Like
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, yeah. And just to see the drummer take a hold of the band and really give it direction, and then
Yeah, like
you
he's
come on and play electric guitar. It was great. When you write your song genre, you write a lot of protest songs, I guess. How do you ever, I don't know, like there's a saying, I always say no one likes a angry Indian, but I can't be a Disneyland Indian either.
yeah, yeah.
Like, so I don't know, do you run into that when you write?
Well, I don't feel like mine are protest songs, because sometimes I want to just give some information for misinformation, like, and try to be clever about it, you know what I mean? Where, like, I don't know, maybe sometimes, like, I have the song of Mexica is funny because there's just, my producers give me crap for it because it was kind of nerdy because I'm throwing out dates in it and stuff, and like, and but the whole thing is it sounds like a Sly and the Family Stone song, you know what I mean? But it's like, so you may not be listening or not to the lyric, you know what I mean? But I don't know. But I haven't had that problem yet, Keith. Like,
Oh,
no one's gotten triggered by my music yet. So I
Fred,
think when they do get triggered,
I think what a lot of our elders tell us, and that we have to live in the present tense, and now more than ever, we're going to have to cope with this reality. How are you
yeah,
coping with the reality up there?
you know, it's been 4 weeks since I've been working at home, and was doing okay. But the other day I kind of hit a weird brick wall, with it. Like, my cousin just died last week, and he was a pretty solemn dude. Like, he lost his brother was living with me like about 2 years ago, and he was my drummer, and he passed away really young, like 42, from a congestive heart failure, and then my uncle died right after that, and their mother had passed about 10 years ago. But so Jimmy, the one that just died a week ago, I think he was very lonely, and he was just, it was sad, and he just kind of drank himself to death and, ate whatever he wanted, smoked. But it got me thinking, right now I started this isolation was making, feel kind of disconnected from people. And I was thinking about my cousin being voluntarily disconnected. You know what I mean? It really made me sad. So I think this last week was kind of tough for me, but you know, I luckily I have my family here, my kids are here. You know what I mean? So
Well, I think your journey is part of your reconnecting, because it's healing for us too to hear your words
yeah,
and, you know, sharing some frankness and
yeah.
reality. And I think we really appreciate that,
Well,
Freddie.
thanks. You know, music is my medicine. You know, culturally, I like to sing about different things, being Native and or Mexican, Chicano, whatever. You know, I mean, I'm always like got these struggles and like things. But the one thing I can say, who my culture largely part is like being a musician. You know, you and I as musicians, we can speak a language with people across, you know, cultures. You know what I mean, and pick up a guitar and play with somebody. You know, and it's even if you didn't speak the same language, we speak the language of music, you know. And I think that's the biggest way I'm coping right now is like writing songs. And I've been doing these Saturday like concerts on Facebook Live, and that's been helping me a lot to like see the people on the chat, you know, coming in, you know.
How can we get a hold of that? Just go to your page. Tell us how we can
Yeah,
find
Freddy
you.
Trujillo. If you just follow me on Facebook, you would get the notification when I go live, you know what I mean? But they're just these things that I just been kind of doing, like calling it like a happy hour set, you know.
That's great, Freddie. You stay positive. Get on this positive track, because we need you. Your family
Yeah,
needs you. You know,
thank you,
America
man.
needs you. We need you to tell the story.
Yeah,
Miigwech today, brother.
yeah. This has been
All right.
great.
I've been riding in my Indian car, the palm of the wheel running in my brain. Go to hell, da, 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 go away, and wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. You know what?
I
When you
got my bottle of hand sanitizer by the sink.
oh,
You better wash your hands. Better think.
keep your hands clean. Try not to touch your face. You know,